they say, video blogging. Last few times we've been talking about, in my kind of intro series, we're talking about, what is it we want to do? And I suggested you start first with your why. Then looking into your why, what motivates you? What sort of things cause or create some sort of emotion for you when you consider them? I talked about things like, maybe getting braces for your kids, bringing your spouse home from work, college tuition, maybe just paying, some extra money every month to help pay the bills, things like that. So that was something I suggested you start to consider your why. And if some emotion is attached to it, you're touching something, you're getting close, you're right where you should be. Then I talked about habits and how they can be positive or negative for us, how they might not be serving us, or how they might be fantastic, and we want to maintain those. Maybe there's some habits we want to change, or maybe create even new habits. And I talked about cravings. You had that habit loop. You had a cue, set off a response, gave you a reward, something that you were craving. I talked about the tennis shoe or the running shoe example, which I actually started this morning. So, the shoes by the bed, you see the shoes, you get up, you get in your walking or workout clothes or your running clothes, and you go for a walk. The cue, the response or the routine, getting up, going for a walk. The reward, better health, reduced stress, maybe for those that exercise hard enough, that endorphin rush, the runner's high. Then I talked about a little bit more about cravings, and then we talked about procrastination. And we've got some young people in the background here, so doing what we all used to do, I'm sure, when we were that age. So talked about procrastination and is it a habit? Is it serving us? That sort of thing. And I realized today when I was out for that walk that this short little series is really starting to anchor for me my why, things that I'd like to do, or that are the reason that I'm actually doing this. You see me in an All Blacks shirt. Rugby's my favorite game in the world, and the All Blacks from New Zealand are my favorite team. It also helps that they're the best in the world at the moment, but they play an exciting, fun style of rugby. Certainly I was never that good, and fear did wonders for my speed, but I still love the game. One of the things I'd like to do with the freedom that I'm, which is one of my whys, is to travel around the world and see rugby matches. It sounds simple to people that don't care, for rugby or whatnot, but they also happen to play rugby in beautiful places like Australia, New Zealand, Wales, England, France, all over the world, Argentina, South America, South Africa, that sort of thing. So that's something that I want to do more of. So again, that intro series, what's your why? What sort of things float your boat there? Habits. Are your habits helping or hurting you? Gave some suggestions, and I think there were a few graphics in there of things to consider when you do the why. When you're looking at your habits. And I talked about a book, The Power of Habit, by Charles Duhigg, and still highly recommend that book. What I'd like to start on Monday is, actually over the weekend, for those of you who are still considering a home-based business, 1 in 13 households in the United States do something in addition, have some sort of home-based or business. Start to consider, if you haven't already, things that interest you, that you'd like to do, maybe things you're passionate about. Say it's a floral shop. Well, you have to do your research. Is there a need for a floral shop where you are? Do you have the resources to get up and running? That sort of things. MLMs have made some people an awful lot of money. Does a program that you get involved in require that you sell make that list, call your family and friends, do all that thing, and sell product. Do you have to warehouse that product in your house? Well, that takes a certain amount of income or resources to be able to do that. Something on the internet. There are a number of businesses from, and I'm familiar with a few of them, from purchasing, say, things, or looking and finding things on Amazon and putting them on for sale, excuse me, on eBay, marking them up, of course. At a certain price level, Amazon will mail it out for you, so you're not having that expense. But there's some things involved there. Doesn't take a great deal of expense to begin or to start up. Internet, fantastic opportunity worldwide. A computer, some savvy on using that computer, and the willingness to learn. The program I'm involved with has an awful lot of training, and that's one way to progress with the internet marketing. Don't have to market this program per se, but utilize the teaching and the information that's available here to help you market a business that you have. You can have an existing business and you want to get the word out to more and more people. Maybe your business lends itself to internet marketing, if you will, or sales over the internet, so you can draw in, after you've attracted them, you can draw people in to your funnels, to your website, who want to order, and you can do it that way. So the internet, the social media, can expand your opportunities and certainly your audience, if you will, or your market to a great extent. So start to look at opportunities to expand an existing business, or opportunities to get into a business that match your why. And again, if it doesn't match your why, you're not going to get up and at whatever time in the morning to make it happen, or when you get home from work or during the day. You may not make the effort that you really need to make it happen. Go back to habits. Maybe it's a habit of yours and you'd like to change it to become more effective in a business that you already have. Internet and social marketing, social media can be used with any business. I mean, if, say, you're an architect, there's no reason in the world that you can't start to market yourself by giving benefit, giving something, which I hope the last few simple videos have done, but giving benefit. If, say, architect's my example, you can talk about where design is now. You can talk about, a simple blog. It doesn't have to be, tremendously in a great deal of detail, but you can talk about, what seems to be trending in your area, in areas that you would like to develop business. Remodeling. What are the pros and cons of doing remodeling? It's also something that a contractor could do. Remodeling. And market yourself that way. Give some expertise. Share your expertise in your area. Lawyers. What's your specialty? Say it's divorce law. Unhappy subject, but a great deal of it going around. Divorce law. Okay, what are things to look out for, to prepare for? What sort of things do you need to get in order in this process? Any number of things. A small store owner and you want to do some sort of marketing in your neighborhood. Well, that might better be for, the print ad marketing that we all hear about, but to look at those things. So over the next few weeks or so, I'm going to talk about some options, some training, some ideas, things to consider, and talk about some of the products and the training that's been available to me and can offer to you, certainly. What happened, my story briefly, is I was in a program, and basically a multi-level program, fantastic products, what's the term I want to use, free of all sorts of, I can't think of the term, free of all sorts of bad products, or bad chemicals and whatnot in the program, in the products. Fantastic products for your metabolism, for anti-aging, for your skin, simple things like toothpaste, shampoos and whatnot. So I was in a program like that, still use the products, love the products. I was looking for a way to expand the business. You only have so many friends. If you've done this a few times before, family and friends really don't want you to start talking to them about a job opportunity. If you're my age, family and friends are getting towards retirement, or they're pretty much into a career they'd like. Perhaps they're looking for a home-based business or something to do on the side, but they don't want to hear from me again. So how do I expand the business? That's when I came upon the program that I'm using. It was for internet social media marketing. As it turns out, it's a worldwide company now, and to be honest, the young men that started it, about half my age, I think are full of integrity, and they're very successful. They want to create now more success for others on down the chain, if you will. And that'd be something else we'll talk about, is when you start to look at an opportunity, what sort of training do you get? Who are the people behind it? How accessible are they? What sort of help? What sort of community? I talked about that the other day. What sort of community do you have available to you to compare notes, to talk about the situation or the problems you're having? What are they doing? Is there some sort of regular meeting or webinar or phone call, each week? The company I'm with has a regular call on Monday. I'm a member of 2 different groups within this company. That one is through my upline, and they have training available. They have, daily, or not daily calls, but weekly calls or webinars. And another one I've found, who I'm not directly attached to, but the gentleman is excellent. I love the way he teaches. Maybe it's just the way I think. I like his thinking. So I get hooked up and go and listen to some of the webinars that he has. And I feel connected with both of these groups. My upline, boy, if you want to make a critical decision in your program getting started in any business, especially a marketing group like this, who is your upline? How available are they? I mean, if they're just trying to get you to enroll and you're a number, and when you try to reach them, nowhere to be found, perhaps you need to look elsewhere. So finding out, who you're signing up with, if it's a larger marketing group, or if you're starting your own business. I mentioned a floral shop for no particular reason. Find out who you can, unless you've got the experience already, where you go for help, where you go to have questions answered. If you want to increase that marketing, that sort of thing, perhaps some of the programs that I'm involved with can help you with that. So over the weekend, look again at your why, look at some of your habits, and consider some options if you don't already have a program. If your program or business that you have is not quite doing what you'd like it to do, consider what things or ideas that you've been having that might boost that. So that's my thought for you all today. We'll get started on this again on Monday, but still we'll be handing out some good tips and ideas or things I come across that either I think are funny or relevant to what we're doing. And again, as Yoda said, do or do not. There is no try. Enjoy your beautiful fall weekend. Dan from Fontaine Network, Louisville, Colorado. Take care.